my name is Jayne. I'm here with Moshville Times and I am interviewing Unleash the Archers. If you can introduce yourselves.
I'm Brittney. I'm the singer.
And I'm Nick. I'm the bass player.
Sweet. So we were just having a quick chat beforehand about your previous tour in Europe and you're embarking to the UK next Thursday.
Yeah,
So
That's
is
right.
there anything you've got planned for this tour then, this upcoming tour that's a bit different to any of the others?
well, we're we're in a minibus,
Ooh.
which is like not quite a regular tour bus. I'm really interested to see what it looks like because we have them over here in North America because like double deckers just are very rare here. There are some companies starting to bring them over, but we've toured in like a minibus in North
Uh,
America plenty of times. But I have no idea what it's going to be like in Europe. So I'm very interested to see that.
That's right. And we're experimenting with the set list a little bit. We got a
okay.
hmm
few oldies we're breaking out. We'll see how it goes during Jam this week, but
hmm
we're hoping to have some new or not some new, some oldies in the
Some
set.
old. Yeah.
Olds.
Nice. Nice. Hopefully the weather's not as hot when you come next week, but I'm not hopeful.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be hell in that bus.
Yeah.
Like really hot?
Yeah.
Perfect. I'm here for it.
Keeps my voice in shape, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh god. Where do you guys sleep? Are you sleeping on that bus then, or have you got accommodation arranged?
Well, in the UK parts, yeah, we'd actually get hotels at night, which is very exciting
Nice.
because you
Ooh,
guys are so small and packed together, so we don't have to do like a big night drive.
Nice.
So we get to stay in hotels, and then it'll be early lobby calls to get to everything on time and stuff. But
Nice.
hotels in the UK, so that's exciting. And
mhm.
then we're doing Germany, Netherlands beforehand, and Finland, Austria. I know those are not close to each other, but after. And so for those, we're going to be in the minibus on big drives. Yeah.
Oh wow. So are you taking that minibus from the UK through the
From
tunnel?
Germany
Oh
through the
wow.
Netherlands up to through the UK. Then we fly to Finland and we do like a one-off there. And then I think I think the bus meets us in Austria
Wow.
and we fly to like Austria in the morning. I don't know.
Wow. Nice.
A lot of
So
travel.
a
Yeah.
lot of travel. A lot of
Yeah.
travel. But so you mentioned how you've got your new songs and you're performing those on the shows you've performed already with those songs. Have you had any like great reaction from people with specific songs?
Yeah, I don't know. I think so. I mean, like we always try and have like a really good time up there when we're playing them. So,
Mm.
I
I
feel like
yeah.
people are enjoying it along with us when we play them. Like Phantoma is really fast
Mm.
and upbeat and fun, and so we played that one on the European leg that we were just on,
Mm.
and people seem to really enjoy that one. And they like Ghost in the Mist because it's
Mm.
heavy and they can really headbang. And Green and Glass is like a sing along. And
Nice.
I saw there was a lot of comments actually on the Instagram after that were like, never really listened to Green and Glass when the single came out, and now I'm like super into that song after seeing it live. So that's a good sign,
Nice.
always. Um, yeah, I mean, we just kind of, yeah, have a good time and hope that
Nice.
everyone
That's good. That's good.
enjoys
That's
alongside us. Yeah.
Well, I
nice.
noticed on the last tour that there were some fans that almost seems like they almost knew the Phantom stuff better than the old songs.
hmm
I
Mm.
think it was because they maybe they were fans that we got from the
Yeah.
festival, summer festival season the
Mm.
year before.
hmm
But it was interesting to see some fans going absolutely crazy for those songs and
Nice.
Yes.
not know the other ones as much. So it's a
Yeah.
lot of new fans in Europe, I think, because we haven't
Nice.
spent that much time over there.
Yeah.
Nice one. Has the reception to the new album been quite big then? Like you brought in quite a lot of new fans playing this new material at the festivals you were on.
I think so. Yeah. It's funny because all of like our fans that have been with us for a long time are like, "Oh
Mm.
no, Apex is always going to be number one for me," or Abyss. Like which album you discovered us
Yeah.
with tends to be the one that you love the
Yeah.
most. So, but the new fans that found us with Phantoma, yeah, I mean it's been great.
Mm.
Kind of and the fact that we launched the record and then played like a ton of festivals over in Europe, I think is what happened is that
Nice.
hear us live for the first time, and then they're like, "Oh, this is cool." And then you go listen, and of course, the first thing that they get suggested
Yeah.
is the brand new album. So then that's what they end up listening to. So it's yeah, it's been
Nice.
interesting to see the different like our North American fans that have been with us since the beginning that were like, "Yeah, it's okay, but you know, like I'll just listen to this." And then the European fans who like knew all the words to the songs from
Oh,
Francois, so it
nice.
was great. Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool.
Nice. I imagine as well, like, you guys have probably heard this just throughout your entire career about, like, comparisons to Within Temptation or Hailstorm or even Evanescence, even though you don't even sonically sound like Evanescence. You just have a female singer. So I
Yeah.
imagine, like, a lot of a lot of fans would have gone to the festival thinking, oh, we'll check these guys out. They're probably like Within Temptation. And then you're actually quite heavy. And so they were
Ripping.
just like, holy shit.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I think
You
it's
know,
good. I think
they
it's good.
come expecting Within Temptation, and then and then we do
Yeah.
our death power, whatever you want to call it. Um, but yeah, no, it's funny because the whole like female fronted
Yeah.
genre,
Yeah.
um, it's been around a long time, that kind of misconception. So I'm just no longer surprised by it.
With regards to the tour, obviously you're from Canada, hopping on a plane for however many hours that will be. Is there anything you do to stay grounded and connected with home while you're on tour?
Um, Lots of FaceTime calls.
Oh,
I have a little girl, so she misses us pretty hard. It's hard because it's both Scott and I um, on tour together, so both mom and dad are gone for
oh,
her. So grandma and grandpa come and they live at our house, and so she gets to keep the same routine and everything. But it's just really hard for her when we're both gone. So it's actually not FaceTime. We just do like little videos. We do little snippets and we send them because she tends to start crying if she sees us like live in
oh,
action. So we do like, like, "Hi, sweetie pie, like we're in, whatever, and there's this really cool park," and like we'll just show her like what's going on around us, and then Scott's parents will show her the videos and they'll replay them and stuff, and it's just kind of a way to keep us close, but without reminding her that we're gone. So
oh.
yeah, so she gets too upset. But yeah, unfortunately. Other than that, I mean, before Lenny, I was like, I don't even want to think about my life over here.
Yeah, I'm
Gone.
the opposite. I like to
Get
just
out.
pretend it's a grand adventure, and I
Oh,
become
yeah.
extremely ungrounded.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
It's just like this is our life now, and it's the
yeah,
best. And it was, yeah, you just had nothing to tie you down, and you could be on tour for months, and there's always like this kind of 3 week point where you're like, oh God, like just want my couch and Netflix. And then once you get past that, then you like honestly, you could tour forever. It's just this
mm,
like mindset that you
Nice.
get into. Yeah.
yeah.
Do you have any pastimes on the, bus then, now?
Dance parties
Dance party?
Yeah. We do a lot of
after,
poker on the last tour. That was kind of fun.
yeah, yeah.
It got kind of ridiculous, but
I did not take part in that, but I was
yeah.
constantly asked for change and anything that I could find to
It
act
can be
as
used as chips.
chips and tokens and whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, definitely lots of like bunk time, just finding TV shows that you can binge or
Nice.
movies that you've been waiting to watch or whatever, and you just kind of load up your phone or your
Mhm.
iPad and you go nuts. I always like to bring like 2 or 3 books because, and I know I'm old school, I bring physical books and because I go through those pretty fast.
Nice.
And then once I'm done reading, I'll move on to like watching the latest whatever on Disney Plus and stuff.
Have you guys got anything lined up already that you're saving for when you cross the pond, as they say? I don't know if that's just for Americans or what, but
I
yeah.
have the
Yeah.
last cross the pond. I have the last few episodes of Andor lined up, ready to go.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to watch that second season, so that's why I was like, oh yeah, I should do that too. Yeah.
The first 3 episodes are terrible, but they're setting up for the other ones, which are awesome. So
Right.
just have to get through those.
That's right.
Nice.
Yeah, I have a bunch of stuff on Crunchyroll saved. I'm gonna
Ooh,
watch like a bunch of anime stuff. So it's
nice.
really easy to burn through on a
Yeah.
flight, when you're just
I haven't
episodes
checked up
just
on
fly by.
Crunchyroll in a while, so I have no idea what's on there now. I've been.
Apothecary Diaries. That's my
Oh,
favorite right
really?
now.
Oh,
Yeah, it's great.
Nice. Oh,
Yeah.
there's one that's in my head. Oh, Frieren. I need to watch
Oh,
that.
that one rips.
Yeah, I was gonna
That's
read the
one of my
manga,
favorites.
but then
Yeah.
for some reason I have this thing where it's like I'll put a manga on my read list, and then suddenly it's announced that it's getting an anime. So then I'm like, well, then I'll wait and just watch the
That's a totally
anime.
different experience. Yeah,
I
yeah, you
know
understand.
gotta
that's the
do
thing,
both.
innit?
Yeah, the anime's
Absolutely.
won a ton of awards though, so I'd highly recommend
Yeah,
watching it. It's
I should
incredible.
watch it. I should. Do you watch anime, Brittany? You seem lost.
I do, yeah, I do. But I don't have a Crunchyroll account, so I kind of just wait until entire seasons are out, and then I just do,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
like I go
Yeah,
back and I do the old school, like Full Metal or
Oh,
yeah.
Evangelion, or I just kind of like get
yeah.
like the old school anime. I haven't really watched any of the new stuff.
No,
And then I did have a Netflix account, which was awesome when they were putting a lot of like anime on there. So I
Yeah, they
watched a
still
little
are.
bit. Yeah. So I kind of just wait like for the entire season to be done, and then
yeah,
I'll
yeah, yeah.
and
I'm the
then I'll
same. I'm the same. I
illegally
used to
download it.
like watch them on some back alley sites back when I was a teen, waiting
Definitely.
for the weekly updates. And then now I'm
Yeah.
just like, by the time next week comes around, I've already forgotten what happened in the previous episode.
Yeah,
And it's the same with seasons, where it's
yeah,
like multiple seasons. And I'm like, by the time the next season comes, I'm like, who was that again? Where
yeah.
am I?
Right.
No, exactly.
You gotta save
So
your
nice to
spot.
just be able to
Yeah,
take the whole thing. That's why I
yeah.
like the
I
older
get you.
stuff. Yeah.
I get you.
I've spent my share of time on the high seas, and I found recently that it's like I need the high quality. Like you go on those
Yeah,
sites and you get a crap quality, and
yeah.
you're consuming media that's just
Yeah.
trash.
See, back in my day, it looked proper pristine quality. It was just I would get ads for single ladies in my area. I wasn't that keen on.
I
Um,
love it.
so yeah, I haven't
It's
been on it in a
part
while.
of it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's just part of the experience.
That's it. That's it. Yeah,
So yeah, let's talk about the music then. So
sure.
I know the albums. It was 2024, wasn't it?
Yep.
So I don't know how many interviews you've already done talking about the album and whether you're
All
bored of it
good.
by now.
All good.
But
Yep.
yeah. So one of the questions I wanted to ask was, it was mastered by Jacob Hansen and released via Napalm Records. So how did that collaboration influence the final sound?
Well, Jacob is like a master of taking something that, kind of does this and just smoothing it out.
Nice.
So we always know that he can fix little blips and things that maybe we might have going
Makes it
on.
cohesive.
Yeah, in the
Yeah.
sound.
Nice.
So so we kind of we trust him very much, like 100%, to make it sound amazing. And yeah, he just kind of, I don't know how to explain it. He just turns like, I don't know, turns it into something that is of one feeling and vibe throughout the
Nice.
whole record. So we recorded actually all together in like a little studio on Vancouver Island, and we all lived in an Airbnb together, and we spent 3 weeks just laying down the tracks and making sure that everything that we needed was there. And then we were just kind of like, "Here you go, Jacob." Like,
Yeah.
make it sound amazing. And that's what he does. And he
Nice.
adds like all the effects, and he does um like the reamping of guitars and things like that,
Nice.
and just kind of gives it that sound. And he sample replaces certain things like on the drums or whatever, like if we just didn't quite like mic the one cymbal properly, like he'll really bring that out, or you know what I mean, like he'll just kind of fix the little things. So it's awesome. We love working with him because we know that it's going to sound completely different after it comes
Nice.
back.
Nice. Nice. Was it your first time working with Jacob, or have you previously worked with
No,
Jacob?
yeah, this is our third album with him. So
Nice.
the first time with Apex, we flew there and we recorded everything with him, and um, yeah, just kind of did like I think it was 3 weeks there,
Nice.
and then did a little bit of like the kind of mixing mastering at the end with him, and then flew home. And then the second time we flew there and recorded everything, and then he did all the mixing and mastering on his own after. And then this time we didn't even go there. We just recorded somewhere else and sent it to him to do like
Wow.
the mix and master, because he was like, you don't need to, you can record anywhere, you know, like you don't need to come here. He's like, the magic happens after. And which
Nice.
I don't actually believe because he is extremely good at producing vocals. I love being in the studio with him because I'll be like, was that right? Like, should I do it a different way? And he'll be like, no. He's like, I know exactly what to do with that. Like, let's move on. You know, whereas I like nitpick and
Yeah.
I'll be like, let's do it 50 more times. And he'll be like, no, I got it. You know, and I completely trust that he did. So it's just kind of like, oh, okay, yes, awesome. And he just kind of pushes me in parts where he's like, no, I know you can do that better. Let's do it again. Or
Nice.
like, I think that was too soft. He's like, put a little more grit on that, or you know what I mean? Like it's just really very like direct and when he says he's got it, I believe him. So I
Nice.
love actually being in the studio with Jacob, and because when we were doing it ourselves, it was very much kind of like I was very autonomous in there, and I was like, oh no, like did that sound okay? I can't like let's just listen to that part 15 more times. Like I think I had like a weird little quiver in my voice, like you know, and Andrew's just like, oh my God, let get out of here. So I do really enjoy recording with him. It's definitely different.
Speaking about the notes you would get with Jacob, then Nick, for you, what notes would Jacob give to you? Is it just like, yeah, guitar was fine?
I didn't record with him in Denmark actually, so I
Really?
joined the band officially before this album, Phantoma.
Ah.
So
So,
I just recorded with Andrew.
oh, okay. That must be a
Yeah,
weird experience then. So have you, realistically then, you haven't really worked one-on-one with
Jacob
Jacob
Hansen,
yet?
no, no,
Ah,
no,
that's
no.
interesting.
So Andy was the producer on the last album, so
Yeah.
me and him kind of worked together on whatever working through bass
Wow.
parts, and he's a real. I mean, he is a guitarist, understands bass, so
Mm,
it was really easy to zero in on that kind of nitpicky bass stuff, you know, where a lot of producers would just be like, whatever, it's
yeah.
just bass, like let's move on past it. So yeah, we had a lot of fun doing like a lot of dad rock, 70s kind of classic rock style bass lines, and it was a good time.
Nice.
Yeah,
Dad rock.
I guess maybe you technically are dad rock now because one of you is a dad.
yeah, it's true.
No, I'm kidding.
No, we're very
You'll be on the
close.
next dad rock album. No, I'm kidding.
That's right.
You know. Is there any, just speaking of producing, is there any pet peeves you have? You know that you hear in other songs that producers do that you're like, never do that for us. You know how like maybe some people do the children singing, and I've heard people have pet peeves with that when there's like kids in the background bumping up that line. You know.
Well, I
No,
find
yeah.
it's more like not like a stylistic thing, but like or not like a specific thing, but like a stylistic thing where things get squashed, where
Uh,
you lose dynamics, where it's
mm,
like if everything's loud all the time, it becomes not very interesting to me. So you have to have
ah,
a variation in volume to kind of bring the
nice.
listener in and have those dynamics, which luckily Jacob's very good at
Hmm.
being able to do that. But a lot of modern metal, you find that where everything's
Mm,
just on 10 and that's it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that's a big pet peeve of mine for modern metal.
Vocally, like I really hate it when there's no like backing harmonies. And I'm like, oh,
Ah,
you
Mm,
really
big
missed
time.
out on
yeah.
some cool stuff you could have done there.
Yeah, it kind
And
of
I'll
makes
be
it
like
sound bigger
singing
as well.
the harmonies
Yeah.
myself behind and be like, I should have done this, or like a third would have been perfect there. And then there's nothing. Yeah.
Do you record the harmonies yourself, or is
Hmm.
that kind of yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
nice, nice. So we spoke before, you know, about the fan favorites live, but in terms of fan favorites, say on Spotify or just streaming, you know, which one stands out to you as one that people gravitate towards when they discover you online? Is there one that like
Northwest
sticks out?
Passage.
Yeah, Northwest Passage.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. And it's a cover song, so it's kind of like, oh, but isn't that always the way?
It is.
But yeah, no, it was kind of it means a lot to us though as musicians, so it's
Mm,
okay that people love it because we love it too.
nice,
We love the original um Stan Rogers
nice,
song. It's very much a Canadian folk song, so it's okay with us that it's the big
nice.
one on all the platforms.
I know there is much love for the title track. I've seen people talk about that as well. And there was, oh, what was my favorite called? I was just listening to it as well. Hang on.
Awakening is like the number one
Yeah.
on YouTube. Yeah.
The one I liked the most, I think it's probably like just completely different to all of your fan bases. Give it up or give it all.
Oh yeah,
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 Yeah.
yeah,
we had good reactions to that one. Yeah, because it's
yeah,
so
yeah.
different.
I like that one too. I put a lot of like, because after Apex and Abyss, I had a lot of people that came to me and said, you know, this album helped me get through some hard times. So that song, "Give It Up or Give It All," is literally me talking like to
Aw.
anyone going through a struggle and saying, you know, you got to pull yourself out of this because the only one that can do it is you. So I very much wrote that song for
Nice.
anyone that's just having a hard time.
Oh, that's cute. Do you have any other plans for like any music videos, special editions, acoustics, any of that after the tour?
No, we're really bad for just moving to the next album because I am already like writing albums from now. So just story wise. So I'm always very excited to be like, let's get on to the next one. I got songs I want to say. So yeah, we're already starting to work on the next one.
Well, if
Right.
anyone wanted any more music videos, there's your answer.
We used to do that. We would do like release one like a year later or 6 months later, kind of in honor of a tour or something like that. But um, we're not really. This is kind of the it for touring after this. So
How long does
Yeah.
it take you to write? So like obviously you have the producing stage, but before that, how long do you take time out to just do demos and piece things together?
I mean, it's taken us a year before. It's taken us, it kind of depends. If we book like studio time, if we have like okay, we want it to be done by this time, then it's that definitely lights
Lights the
fire under
fire.
us.
Yeah.
But if we don't have that, we could be writing forever. So I don't know. I have no idea, honestly. It's we're just gonna start looking at it when we come back and see how it goes. And I always try like not to rush the writing process because then you end up having kind of like a couple songs that are like, just get it done. And so I really don't like doing that. But also we just, do other things if we don't have a studio date booked. So it's yeah,
Nice,
tough.
nice.
Yeah. Fine balance.
So, going back to the tour, I don't know how much time I've got left. I think these are 40 minutes. But is there any kind of band playlist and what kind of would be on it as you drive around and do these long journeys? Or anything that you would want to listen to, anything that you listen to on a long drive?
Well, it's always what's new. I mean, like, because I've got my classics, of course, that I would listen to on a long drive, but I'm always trying to like stay up to date on what's going on.
Nice.
So the new Turnstile album I've been listening to a lot.
Nice.
I was gonna say Turnstile, yeah.
Oh,
That's
really?
already
Yeah,
on
yeah.
there,
Oh,
yeah.
it's killer. I've listened to a lot of Cuban music lately. I find like the
Oh.
energy of that is really good. So I don't have any particular artists, but I got like some mambo playlists and some Afro-Cuban playlists I've been listening to a lot too. It's good energy.
I've been
I mean, it's
listening to the Rehab, like just I don't know what you call it, like the Rehab radio, which is like all just sing along EDM stuff. So
Ew.
that'll probably get played.
Did you just say ew?
That doesn't sound good at all.
Well, excuse me, Mr. Cuban music.
Yeah, okay. That's
No,
fair.
I'm sure it's great. We'll get
It's
it
also-
all on there.
It's also different when you're driving versus not driving. So it's like if we're just partying on a bus, then we'll have party music. But if you're driving and you need music to keep you awake, that's a totally different story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we'll probably listen to the new Orbit Culture a lot too. Probably get
Yeah,
that.
I'm excited for
nice.
that album to come out.
Yeah.
Nice. I got into the new album by, I forgot her name every time, but she did a song with Temptation recently, and she was on the Ukrainian Eurovision team in 2024.
Oh, really?
But anyway, that was a banging album.
Nice.
You'll never know what it is. But
That's not.
do you have any upcoming releases that you're excited to listen to, like either by yourselves or by another band? Is there,
Yeah, aside from that horticulture one, I haven't honestly been listening to much metal. So hopefully someone comes up with something that gets me excited.
Yeah, on the spot, I can't think of anything that I was looking forward to. And the last one I was like really looking forward to was that Turnstile album or that new Sleep Token album.
ooh,
But they've come out, so I can't think of something that I'm really jonesing to hear right now.
what did you
Nothing
think
on
of
the
the
docket.
Sleep Token album?
Eh, It was all right. It was good. It wasn't as good as their previous releases, though, which was a bit of a letdown. But there were some songs in there that were really killer that I really connected with. So yeah, it was good. It was good.
Yeah, they are making
new,
moves, aren't they? And
new Bill Murray is coming out.
Oh yeah, they are.
So they opened for Sleep Token on their UK European tour, and they're one of my favorite bands. And so I think they have some new stuff coming out.
Do you guys have a band that you love seeing live, and that you kind of, I don't want to say compare yourselves to, but you'll watch them and be like, we need that.
All the time. Every live band I see, I'm like, that's cool. I want to do that. That's cool. I want to do that. It's like you borrow from everybody.
Yeah.
If something's cool enough.
Which bands are there any that like stand out to you as like their set was just like, damn?
Rivers of Nile have been really killing it lately, and their light show is incredible, especially for like their size. I mean, obviously Meshuggah's light show is the one that's everyone's coveting these days, but for the size of venues Rivers of Nile was doing, they were just unbelievable light show.
Nice. Have you guys got for your tour? I'm not sure if you're bringing any. You know, like some bands will bring like screens that they use. Have you guys got any plans for the stage design?
There's
not screens.
Unfortunately no budget.
Yeah.
What about stage design wise? Like, have you got anything?
We've got a big banner.
Big banner. Amazing.
Big banner.
And big smiles.
We are the show this time.
Yeah. Unfiltered rock and roll. That's what we got.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you remember the supports that you're bringing with you?
All for Metal is the UK support. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Have you met them before, or will it be like your first time seeing them?
Yeah, we Jazzy, we she's friends through friends, that kind of thing. So, but the rest of the band, no, we haven't met yet.
Ooh, that'll be exciting.
Yeah. Looks like they have quite the stage performance, so we're gonna have to really step it up.
To be fair, with it being summer, you're probably going to get people that are just like being more wild than they usually would.
We hope so.
Yeah.
I will be for sure.
Yeah. Are you guys like crowd surfers, come on stage, or are you like crowd surfers, get caught by security?
We've never had that, but I'm open to it.
Most of the time, the venues don't like the crowd surfers on stage,
that's true.
So I'm not going to disrespect the venue.
That's right. That's right.
It always baffles me when venues have the no crowd surfers, and it's like it's a metal show.
Yeah.
What did you expect?
Well, it's like liability and stuff.
Yeah,
so.
I know.
Yeah, it's too bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, so I think we're nearing the end, and I don't know if Zoom just does that thing still where it like kicks you off.
Yep, it does.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Okay, so to end, what should people expect from you guys from this tour, after the tour? Anything you want to tease, or just anything you want to say to promote the tour? Just the stage is yours. Say what you want to say.
Well, it's going to be a while before we come back. So don't think
sleep.
that it's like, don't think it's like, oh, I'll catch them on the next one. It's going to be a while.
Yeah.
Don't wait. So, and even like anyone throughout Europe, like in Germany, Netherlands, Finland, Austria, don't like come to the festival that we're playing. All of our dates are on www.unleashthearchers.com because we're not going to be back for a little while because we're going to write the record and then get in the studio and then do all production, and then there's always 6 months of like promo time. So it's minimum 2 years, and even at that point we didn't do a headline of America for Phantoma, so that will be the priority. So it
might be a while.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while. So don't think we're coming back next year. Get your tickets now.
Oh, that's right.
And let's party.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Oh yeah, nice one, guys. And we can end it there. I think it says we've got 5 minutes. If you guys are chill,
awesome.
Nothing you wanna.
No, thanks for having us.
Nice.
Yeah, we appreciate it, Jayne.
Yeah, it's all right. No worries.
Cool.
Thank you for having me. I guess.
Awesome.
Thank you for turning up.
Yeah, of course.
Nice one. Have a good day, guys.
Yeah, you too.
Cheers.
This episode is copyright The Moshville Times, introductory music by Elliot Alderman Broom, and any music used throughout the episode is copyright to the original performers and creators.